Oh, his knee's gone. His knee's gone. Oh no.
It was a bad time for me. It's not something that I like thinking about, to be honest.
Relax, breathe, Tom. Tom, breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe.
So a special moment for the UK's Tom Aspinall. It's pretty much been the plan since Tom was able to walk that he would get here to the UFC.
I had 4 fights in the pandemic, so there was no crowd on. I got 4 finishes.
England's got a rising contender in the heavyweight division.
Now it's time to see him against some of that upper echelon competition.
Then I headlined the O2 in London.
There is no crowd like a British crowd. If he can handle that, we might see him closing in on a title of his own.
As a guy from Manchester, fighting in London in a sold-out O2 arena in front of 22,000 people is absolutely massive.
Oh, wow. Unbelievable head movement by Aspinall. Straight arm lock, attempt here. He's done it!
There was just such a hype at the time around UK MMA, UK UFC, and Dana White and the UFC team obviously wanted to come back there.
Tonight re-energized me and reminded me of what it's like to do fights over in the UK. My voice is absolute mush tonight. We're coming back this year.
Summertime in London. I never thought that we would be coming back so quickly in July. And the 2 men that are shouldering this event, if you like, with their broad wingspan, are our heavyweights.
I fought Volkov in the March and then fought Blades in the July, so it was a really, really quick turnaround. I knew that that was a massive fight for me. I mean, I felt a lot of pressure at the time.
Ready, fight.
His style is a bad matchup for me with my style, and I realised that going in, so I wanted to get his respect straight away.
Tom said he's going to push the action, but he's got to be careful. Curtis just landed 2 huge right hands.
Oh, no! Oh, his knee's gone.
Wow!
His knee's gone.
Oh, such a shame.
What a tragedy that is.
When you're a big guy like that, you step backward awkwardly on it, and something pops.
It was the lowest point of my career, and in front of home fans especially, the fact that I felt like the 20-something thousand people were there just to see me win, that was tough to deal with mentally. I never want to be lay on the floor injured in front of thousands of people again. I had a knee problem for a long time, from way before I got in the UFC, and I was managing pretty all right with it. It had never locked up from me kicking somebody before, ever. And for whatever reason that day, it wasn't meant to be for me. I knew straight away that I'm going to need surgery on it. The UFC recommended Dr. Williams because he is the best knee surgeon in the UK. He's done a lot of high-profile athletes.
As with all professional athletes, I sort of hear about them and their injury before I meet them. When I met him face to face, Tom was an extremely down-to-earth, very straightforward individual, and it was clear that all he was interested in was to return to the highest level of performance.
He did a few checks on me where he's bending my leg in different ways and stuff like that. So years ago, before they had this kind of technology and knowledge, this used to be a bit of a career-ending injury. But he said, nowadays it's fine, we can get you back within a year and stuff, so I felt pretty reassured. I'm a little bit squeamish, so I didn't want to know too many details on what he was going to do, but I knew he was going to make 4 incisions in my knee, 3 at the front, 1 at the back.
At surgery, we finalised the diagnosis because it's the first time I actually see the damage in the joint. And then to treat that required the use of various instruments to tidy up some joint surface cartilage in the joint. The equipment I use is absolutely essential. The quality of the image on my TV screen is far better than any image that you'd be looking at home for a film. And then there are other technologies such as radio frequency, power instruments. I know that I can do this high-tech surgery through small incisions with minimal injury to my patients by using Smith & Nephew equipment.
They told me that it would be a year before I could fight again, but I was way ahead of schedule on it because I really got obsessed with like the recovery process.
Listen, Tom Aspinall is here to become a champion. Now, of course, he's returning from a long injury, but he says he's back bigger and better than ever, and that is a very scary prospect.
When I booked the fight, it was like,
oh!
I'm I'm different than I was last time I stepped in the octagon.
It's a fairy tale return for Tom Aspinall.
And since then, I've just gone on this crazy run.
So the moment has arrived for Thomas Paul Aspinall. First UFC championship opportunity. Enter the number 2 ranked contender, Sergey Pavlovich. He can be argued as the most terrifying force in heavyweight mixed martial arts today.
Oh!
Tom Aspinall!
Whoa!
That'll do it! He is the UFC interim heavyweight champion of the world! Interim heavyweight champion Tom Aspinall in defense tonight against Curtis Razor Blades.
Let's remember, Curtis Blades is the only man to defeat Tom Aspinall in the octagon.
This fight is an opportunity for Tom Aspinall to make something right.
Oh! The right hand sits it down! And still, Tom Aspinall!
I'm absolutely thrilled for Tom. It's just amazing to have the privilege to be involved in that athlete's journey. It's obviously great that I don't have to worry about the quality of surgery relating to the quality of the equipment I use. I know I've got everything on my side from Smith & Nephew's equipment.
This is like a top level of technology, the Smith & Nephew stuff. I'm a new man and it feels amazing, so I'm really happy that it was used on me.